Oh, hello. We're live. Welcome, everyone. I'll wait for a couple viewers to get on here. Clean up a little bit. Oh, man, look at this shaggy beard. Well, hello, guys. Welcome to another live from the trap line at the off-grid cabin. I'm going to be here answering some questions and reading comments from subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, it's super easy. Just hit that subscribe button if you're liking the content and stuff. If you don't like the content and you're not enjoying it, click that unsubscribe button. It's super easy. I don't really care how many subscribers I have. I just want my content to go out to people who enjoy it, appreciate it, can learn from it, get inspired by it, and maybe even be a little bit entertained by it. So that's what it's all about for me. But I am here to answer questions or comments from any subs. I always like hearing where people are from. I always like hearing when people are on their trap line or ice fishing or doing well. You know, that's a big part of the whole thing. Is I want everybody to do well at what they want to do and have some level of success, or the most possible success at what they enjoy to do. So I'm gonna read some comments. Well, actually, I don't know. I guess we don't have any comments yet. Huh. Well, maybe we're not hooked up. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Okay. Steve-O. Really enjoying the snowmobile recovery video the other day. What an amazing man. So, guys, I was going to wait till some more people get on to talk about that, but that was a video I've been sitting on for a little while. We shot it when my channel was down, and I've been sitting on the footage ever since, and just really took me a long time to like mentally figure out how I was going to edit that footage. And then I actually finally just sat down in the editing room, made a couple pots of coffee, and took a little bit over 9 hours to edit that one video. But I feel like I did him justice. It was really important for me to do him justice. So. Dan Gates, was your miter saw and generator stolen from camp? Geez, I don't know. Let me check. Not that I know of, Dan. I wonder why you're asking. Oh, because the trim isn't finished? No, I think it's still out there. Probably because the trim's not finished. That was pretty funny. There's 350 Mac. Steve-O, can't even imagine that depth. Yeah, man, I was impressed. I actually had a chance to talk to Greg this week, the diver, and we're going to shoot some more stuff together, you know. So I'm pretty excited about that. The guy's an absolute legend, has a complete winner's mentality and a complete winner's attitude. Cody wants to know how Donnie and I met. Donnie and I live 1 mile apart from each other, so it was pretty easy to meet because we love doing the same things, and we've known each other for probably since I was about 9 or 10. So quite a few years now, and we just get along really well and enjoy all the same hobbies, all the same stuff, and he's just an awesome human being. Merry Christmas, Yoda. 350 Mac, any ice yet? Yeah, I was on some ice today, guys. I was on some ice. I was on I'm not going to tell you how little. Well, I'll tell you. I was not on much ice today. I was, so the lakes are freezing up. There's plenty of ice to ice fish on in Maine, various parts of Maine. I don't like to tell people how much is here or this lake or that lake, because if something happens, you know, I would hate for them to not go out and test it for themselves. I would hate for somebody to go in the wrong area of a lake or a different area than I was and fall through the ice. But yeah, there's a lot of ice. I went and set a couple traps on a beaver flowage today, and I found some super thin ice where they were making their runs, and I set a couple traps on it. So, but yeah, so I'm going to try to catch up on some comments here. 64 degrees today. Looks like no winter for me. Utah. Mike, man, that's awful. Justice says, nice beard. Thank you. Been working on that for a little while now. Did you watch Ash's cricket? I did not. Any recommendation for wool pants? Yeah, Yeah, Johnson Woolen Mills out of Vermont. They're just like the highest quality of wool clothing. I might see if I can get together with them this year and shoot a video from their woolen mills and see if they want to work together in the future, because I've just always appreciated their stuff, and it's just pretty amazing stuff. Kyle Cobb's ready to go drill some holes. Yeah. Corey says, don't tell. Dan says, I thought you said they were stolen. Happy to hear they weren't. No, Dan, not that I know of. Maybe I'll go check. Now you got me worried. I mean, well, actually, no, I'm not worried, because there hasn't been a person in here in a month. And I just saw it the other day. I had to move it to get to some 330s. You guys are going to make me hike all the way over to the north cabin. And, man, I haven't put my snowshoes on or anything. So we're going to hike over to the north cabin. Oh, I'm there. So there's a bunch of the traps, guys. That's why the footage has changed a little bit on the channel. And look at that. Isn't that thing beautiful? But yeah, no, there's a chop saw right there. Yep. So, no, it must have been a different channel, Dan. It wasn't me. That's too bad. I hate a thief, and I hate that somebody got something stolen from them. And my generator's running, so we should be good to go. Frontline says, would love a Joe Holland Johnson wool combo collab. Yeah, I think it'd be great. When I get out of the woods and I'm done trapping, I have so many ideas for videos, guys. I think I have some pretty cool stuff for you lined up. And it's basically just stuff I want to do that I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'll let you guys in on it ahead of time. Whether stuff happens or not, I'm always thinking of ideas of videos to shoot. But I did want to go to Johnson Wools before the season started and get outfitted anyway. But I think a video with them would be pretty great. Randy Horlick from Connecticut. Man, Randy is one of the best guys I've ever met. That's so cool you're tuning in, Randy. Haven't seen you in a bunch of years. I miss you. I hope you and the whole family's doing well and you guys having an awesome Merry Christmas. Northeast Trapper, Shane at SOS. There it is the man. Shane's a great guy, great people. I buy almost all my trapping stuff through Shane just because I need it. He's got it. He does a great job. He's well priced, and it helps the local business too. Josh, hello from Aroostook County. 350 Max is definitely a jack trap visit. So let's go over some video ideas, guys. Now, I'm going to write it down. Because I'm going to write down some awesome video ideas from you guys. I'm going to start with 350 Mac. He says a jack trap visits. Well, you know that's going to happen anyway. I got more jack traps than I'll ever use, but I love going out there and spending time with Sean and promoting the business the best I can. And we might have a couple things in store for you at Jack Traps. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but stay tuned for that. Keep an eye on Jack Traps in the near future. Oh, I don't wear watches, so I can't help you out on a watch collection. Steve says, I'm from Otis. Beach Hill Pond is my home pond. Love your channel. Keeps me in touch with Maine. Been in the Navy for 19 years now. Ready to retire and move home. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Get JT Kinney up to the cabin with you. That'd be cool. Yeah, the last time JT was up was for a moose hunt a couple years ago, and I don't think I ever released that footage, but it was pretty great. It was just an amazing hunt. We had an incredible time, and JT's one of those guys. I haven't seen him for a year or two now. But you just pick up right where you left off. He's just such a great guy. Yeah, Kyle says, dang, I got 10 jack traps. Sorry about that, buddy. That's a good starter kit, right? At least a 30-minute minimum video. Oh, yeah, no doubt about that. You know that's coming. Jessica's going to pick up the Fur Fishing Game Mags. Thank you, Jeff Davis. Appreciate that. Oh, cool. Kronks, yep. These things are coming. Hey, Joe, have you tried or heard of Weather Wool? They're mostly famous for their wool anorak and their lynx pattern. I've not heard of Weather Wool. I'm going to write that down just to check them out. I've always been a Johnson fan, but do you prefer the original lay or the cross-style jack traps? I always like the originals, but I use them all. So, either anyway works for me. The cross style I might fold up a little bit smaller depending on the length you're using, but they all work great for me. There's Randy. Oh, if you're coming up, bud, make sure you let me know. John Smith, any plans for Donnie to winter camp with you this winter? Zero. Donnie is not invited on any winter camping trips with me this winter because he's spending the entire winter in Vancouver Island, in Vancouver, in Canada. So Donnie's going to be gone till March. He said be ready when he gets back to come back up to the off-grid cabin and work on the north camp and finishing that up. Cole, what advice you want to give the upcoming generation? Tons. Just as much as I can possibly share. Learn from my mistakes. Jason Perry still watches the FLW Tour videos. Do you miss fishing the tour? I miss the people. You know, I don't miss the travel. I don't miss the stress. I don't miss how much it costs, you know, and not having enough gas money to go to one side of the lake or the other. But the people that I met on that and the friends that I made are just lifetime friends, and not being able to see them every month like I used to, or more frequent, you know, is what I miss the most from it. Javelina's cat tuning in from Michigan. You ever do any bear trapping? I heard Maine's the only place you can still do it. I have not done any. I'm thinking about doing it next year with Squaw Mountain. Thinking about doing it. I really like this new style of bear trap they have with like the pipe set. It looks like a good deal. So thinking about it, but I've never done it. Do you know if they rebuilt the Chizuncook Lake House? I do not know on that one. Sorry, bud. Randy says truck up and running. Truck's up and running, bud. Yep, got brand new tires on it, studded, aggressive snow tires, and 4-wheel drive. So pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I had really an incredible mechanic. I don't want to blow him up on here, so if I get permission from him, I'll announce who he is and what a great job he did for me, but I don't want to blow him up if not. So Weather wool is way pricier. Alan looked last night. Donnie's gone for 3 months. Thank you for that, Robo. Mike Burris, love your podcast. Happy holidays. You and Donnie will continue watching from a northern county hunter. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hello from Minnesota, Sammy. Cole says, where are you from? I'm from Maine. Oh, man. No, John, I don't really even know what my career earnings were from FLW. You really try to earn through sponsorships. You know, that's how the best of the best pros, you know, they got $100,000 in the bank before they even make a cast. They don't even have to catch a fish. So it wasn't as much about the checks you earn at the tournament, but how much you can get through your sponsorship deals and the connections you can make along the way. Kristen Domenech, what do you do for a 9 to 5 job? I am a fur trapper. It's a good 9 to 5, right? If it was only 9 to 5, I wouldn't get much fur. So it's more like a 4 a.m. till 8 p.m. job. FBM Maine Outdoor Journal. Do you plan to get a camp snowmobile for guests to travel from North Camp and to the main lodge? Yeah, I might go get Donnie's Tundra and bring it up for that. It wouldn't be a bad idea to have a camp sled. Actually, Joe, I don't know if I told you this. You're going to love this. And we might have to line them up and race. But I have like a 1979 Polaris Apollo snowmobile that I got a couple years ago. It's been at my mechanic's. I don't think he's touched it or even looked at it yet. I literally picked it up. The day I picked it up, I drove it right to my mechanic's, my snowmobile mechanic guy, and said, hey, this is the story. It's been in a barn since 1981. Hasn't run since like 81 or 1980 might have been the last registration. Just get it going. Just get it going. Make sure everything's good on it. And I haven't heard from him, but Justice checked it out the other day, and I think Justice is going to get on it for me, and we're going to be running that this winter a little bit. Maybe that'd be a good camp sled. Just send her now. Bob Simmons, thank you very much for that. Dan, there's Dan's Midwest Angling. How are you? Ontario, Tired Redneck checking in. John Smith. Didn't ask to be nosy. Yep, no problem at all. No problem at all. Western Mass Outdoor Boy. Hello, bud. Ronaldo or Messi? Probably, geez, that's a tough one. Probably Messi. Michael Downs. Merry Christmas, Joe and Donnie. Wasn't Donnie building cabinets for the cabin? Yeah, he was. So Donnie Donnie did the lower cabinets for the cabin, and then he had a really rough. There's the lower cabinets right there, guys. So Donnie built those. He was going to build the uppers, but he had a really rough winter last year, fighting cancer and going through chemo and everything. So he wasn't able to build the cabinets. And then this winter he's going to be gone vacationing. But I wouldn't be surprised if March and April, or April and May, he might start building those. Old Sleds Rock. Thank you, Western Mass boys. FEM Maine Outdoor Journal. Line her up with the old Everest. I think we're going to line them up, bud. And then I think you and I ought to maybe bring them up for the dog sled race this year and run them in that antique snowmobile thing that they do at the end. 350 Mac, you staying up there all winter? No, I'm not staying here all winter because I got to come out and shoot a bunch of ice fishing content, some other content for you guys, some other pretty cool stuff. How'd you get Tom Miranda to come to camp? Did you know him before? Yeah, I've known him. That was we've talked for a little while, and well, I don't want to make myself like a big deal or anything, but well, just stay tuned to Tom Miranda's stuff. He's got a movie coming out. And there's a pretty good chance I'm in it. So let's just leave it at that. But he's a great guy, and I learned a ton, and I'm really looking forward to getting together with him and trapping again. Got hit by the Pineapple Express last week with a ton of wind and huge winds. Jay Olson, thanks. There's the Maine Woods. Corey, checking in, buddy. Thank you. Thanks for checking in. But yeah, Tom Miranda in camp was really special. CJ in camp special, Donnie in camp special, Corey from the Maine Woods special to me, and then everybody else who's been to camp has been pretty special. So super pumped about that. Tired Redneck. Joe, do you know anybody been stranded far when their sleds broke down? No, I guess not, bud. I guess not. Most people ride with other people. I've towed a sled out. We towed one out of 3rd Debskenig once, but that's about it. Yeah. Donnie must have taken off on another honeymoon, Corey. Yeah, all that guy does is honeymoon now. Shooting plant. Hi, next time you go fishing, use a black lure. Usually they'll bite faster. Thank you. Tired Redneck. A lot of guys died on them old sleds way back. Yeah, I'm not going to push it on this one, but I just want to get it out. I think it'd be pretty cool. No hit. Love that drop in your videos. Makes me chuckle every time. Thank you. We were dropping that no hit in there when we weren't catching anything. And then I found out I got to pay a royalty to FBM Maine Outdoor Journal. He gets a nickel every time we say that in the video. So I think we're up to about $1 now. But I don't know if I like him getting a royalty off my videos, so we might have to change it a little bit to like, I don't know, what else could we say other than no hit? Be like, no catch, no activity. So, yeah. Whoa, Roger Lane dropping a super chat. Thank you, Roger. Really appreciate that. Man, love the knowledge and the videos and the knowledge you share with everyone. Thanks, Joe. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for doing that. Western Mass boys never fished in Maine yet. Would love to join up. Jerry Sylvester, good evening, everyone. When are we getting a Dudley video? Just talked to Dudley this morning. It might happen sooner than you think, guys. It might happen sooner. Hope you guys get some more beaver this year. Tune in this week. There's pretty much going to be a beaver episode every night for the next 4 or 5 nights. Tired Redneck, yep, be up here for Christmas for sure. What pound leader do you like to use ice fishing? Shed Hunter asked. Usually like 10-pound test fluorocarbon. Covers just about everything. So FBM Maine Outdoor Journal says I'm still up 31 cents for him saying we have activity. Yeah, so we're in a wicked royalty battle. Me and Joe from FBM Maine Outdoor Journal. Every time I say nothing or no hit, I think he gets a nickel. And every time he says we got activity, I think I get 25 cents. Yeah, so that's how it works out. And if I ever use, say, Mildred over there, then he gets $1. So we're 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 going back and forth. I think YouTube's the only winner in the long run. Yeah, Great Lakes fanatic. Does he pay you back if he says we have activity? He does. Yep. Start texting him for saying drive down a sandwich. Oh, geez, I get $1 for that. So yeah. So what do you guys think? Should we get back together, Joe? Me and Joe from FBM Maine Outdoor Journal. That was so much fun shooting with him. I think we're gonna do some ice fishing together this year, and I was gonna. I'm thinking about doing one of them big ignorant ice circles that they do. They cut the ice. I was gonna do like the world's biggest solo ice circle and power it up with an outboard motor and see if I can get that thing round and round and round, and then use the live scope to see if I see fish, then I can start that motor up and motor over to those fish rather than get up and drill on top of them. So that's one of the videos I'm thinking about doing. I'll see if Joe from FBM Maine Outdoor Journal wants to get involved in that. Maybe we'll just hook it up to Mildred like a rope and see if she can get us spinning in a circle. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, I think that'd be kind of a fun video, Joe. If you want to do that, you let me know. Or we could do the world's smallest ice circle and see if we can get that to spin around in a circle. Michael Brule, can't wait for Dudley games. Tired Redneck, will you do a live chat Christmas Eve? If you guys want one, I'll do one. Yeah, I got nothing else going on, I guess. Maybe I'll whiten out my beard and do a Santa Claus edition. Great Lakes fanatic, yeah, he beat you to it. Love your channel, watch it every day, and just moved to Massatis, Maine, came up from Pennsylvania, built a camp there, hopefully to run into sometime in Ashland. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, and make sure you say Massatis. That's how it's pronounced. There's Aston Outdoors. I heard you had a great day the other day. Oh, James says if you could only use one ice fishing lure for the rest of your life, what would it be? Probably a Castmaster. Those, the old Castmaster, man, it's hard to beat. It's, you can catch anything on it, and it works really good. Jay Olson, got to get back together. Heck yeah, do an ice trip. Ashton Outdoors, could we do some ice fishing this year? Very possible. I don't really make a lot of plans, guys, and I don't plan out a ton of collabs for ice fishing because I never know where I am. If you guys got any really good ideas, I got the notebook out for video ideas. So I'm gonna write a jack trap, big ice circle. I might go over to Johnson Woolen Mill, check that out. Johnson Wool Mills, check that out, bring that to you guys. We're gonna do some beaver trapping. We're gonna do another catch and cook. I got a catch and cook coming out this week, beaver trapping. So CJ and I are gonna do some more beaver trapping when I get back downstate. Dan's Midwest England. Did you send Donnie off with his own GoPro for the Canadian adventures? I did not. I sent him. He's got an iPhone, like iPhone 8 or something, and he's just learning how to use it now. So there's a lot of editing on my side, but he's doing a good job, and he's keeping you guys abreast. And I told him to shoot a little bit more about him on the vacation, not just about the location itself. So that'll be pretty good. Tiger Pal tuning in. Umbert. 4.5 inches ice. Delaney done. Beach Hill Pond. Tiger Pal, more fishing shows. Roger Lane says 2 Joes don't make a right, but it's very entertaining. But 3 lefts do. 3 lefts make a right. Bradley Auger from Rochester, New Hampshire. Maine Woods. I'm going to hang out with Donnie in BC. That's awesome, man. Good for you. That's so cool. Oh, man. Tired Redneck. I don't have a Santa's hat. I don't even think I can make it out of anything. No, I got nothing up here to make it with. Gary Schmidt. Do you ever attend any of the Trappers conventions? Love your channel. Caught my first fisher in New York this year. 3 total in 5-day season. I'm hooked. Dude, that's awesome. Congratulations. 5-day season, you got 3. Congratulations. Really, really excited for you. That's so cool. Gary, I usually try to hit that Windsor, the MTA, Maine Trappers Association, usually does something late summer at Windsor Fairgrounds. So I've been going to that 2 years in a row now, so that's pretty good for me. Kirsten, Dominich. How about a trapping rendezvous? That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, Great Lakes fanatic. Yeah, you got it. You got it on that one. Have you checked the bear log lately? No, but I actually drove by it today and I almost checked it. It's like 35 miles away. And I drove over today to set. I just had 2 beaver traps left. That's all I have. I sent a bunch home with CJ, and that was a mistake. I should have kept more. But I went over and set up a pretty sketchy pond over there today, just because I'm pretty well done Martin and Fisher trapping. I got some boxes out. I'm going to check CJ's line and keep an eye on that. But for the most part, I just set some beaver stuff up, and I'm going to try to get caught up on editing and shoot some more videos for you guys. Thanks for the Donnie's update. Yeah, so that's one of the other things I wanted to ask you guys when I was live tonight, is if you guys are enjoying the Donnie update, and any advice I can give him for that. You know, like I told him today that we want to see more about him. We don't really care as much about like the location there. You know, obviously a little bit of the location, but we want to know how Donnie's doing, how he's enjoying it, stuff like that. Tired Redneck, did you save the castor glands and make your own lure? Yep. CJ's pulling those out right now, so we're going to definitely save those and the oil sacks and save the meat for eating. The meat's really good to eat on one of those beavers. So one of these episodes over the next couple nights is going to be a catch and cook on beaver. I already got that edited. Ooh, Randy Markup. New Hampshire stud rainbow trout trip. I've got some spots. I think that'd be pretty cool to shoot like a rainbow trout ice fishing video. Dylan, how long is your trapping season? What do you do with the animals after? Never done it, so I'm clueless. Thanks, Dylan. So regular trapping season on all animals goes till December 31st, and then beaver season I think goes till like April 15th. It's an extension. Oh, the Maine Woods. Corey said Johnson Wool Mills would love to have you visit. That's cool. Corey, I got that written down. Any other ideas you guys got for some videos that you guys want to see? Just let me know. And I'm making a list right now and starting to plan out my winter a little bit around it. Jeff Garnsey says, what was it like hanging out with Tom Miranda? It was awesome, man. He's just a true legend. And there's no end to the stories. You know, one story could make a whole video, and he's got thousands. He's got 30 years of stories. He's a pioneer and a legend. And if you think about it, like he was doing YouTube before YouTube. You know, he was on ESPN making his own videos, and a lot of people don't know that I think I can say this online, but he is the production too. You know, like he does all his editing. He does a lot of, like, he'll film when he can. Now he does all his filming. Obviously, he couldn't back in the day, but he still did all of his editing back in the day, and he has just hard drive after hard drive after hard drive, and he's a really good editor too. Yep. So, the Maine Woods. When you bringing Danielle back? I have no idea. Yeah, it's like trying to catch a tornado, buddy. Neil Pizza FBM ice fishing combo on the ice. Yeah, that'll happen. Yep, that should happen, I think. You should film canoeing the Allagash Camp and Cook. Yep. Brianna Novak. Smitty sleds are big here in Minnesota. I think a Smitty sled would be perfect under the Jack Shack. Yeah, the Smitty sled is a big deal outside of Maine. Maine Unlimited, can you use Fisher as bait in a box? You can, yep. There's no regulation, I don't believe, on bait at all in Maine. Sydney, whoa, Jay Olson. Sydney Huntington's son was our guide on the Yukon when we delivered toys for Christmas to the interior Native Alaskan villages. No way. That's cool. I've read Jimmy's book, I don't know, 10 times, and I read Sydney's book was Shadows on the Kayukuk. I think that was Sydney's book. That's a great book. That's very cool. I wonder if you had heard some good stories. Gary Schmidt, tell Donnie to visit Bucart Garb. I will. Yep. All right, I'm going to try to get caught up if there's any questions. Bucart Gardens. Okay, yeah, I think he did visit that. I think that's actually in the video. Coming up. Sorry about that. Tired Redneck, how long are you going to run beaver traps for? So up here, I'm going to run beaver traps for just like another week. And then down home, I think I'm going to do some catch and cooks and trap some beaver down there with some more seasoned beaver trappers than myself. And then CJ and I think, are going to get together and see if we could shoot some better, just all-around beaver trapping videos. Yep. Great Lakes, camping, winter camping. Yeah, there'll be a lot of those, bud. Rodney says, how close is Corey's camp to yours? It is far. Really far. I'll let him answer that one. Jamie Dunbar, Joe, thanks for sharing your adventures. Look forward to your videos every day. Keep them coming. Appreciate that. I think we got a video planned every day. I haven't decided if I'm going to run one on Christmas or not. It might be a waste, but I don't know. Maybe people want to watch some videos Christmas night or something. Mike says, congratulations on appears to be a great trapping season. Looking forward to seeing some ice fishing content. Very good. Yeah, there should be plenty. Should be great. Dan's Midwest Angling. Yeah, we'll sit down with Donnie when he gets back and talk and have him. I'm sure he'll tell all the stories and stuff. But in the meantime, we're going to try to do updates every couple of videos. Whenever he sends me stuff, I'll put it in the videos. Frontline K9, being an axe guy myself, I'd love a video on your axes you use from trapping and camping. Maybe maintenance on them. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to show you guys a couple axes. I'm going to show you guys a couple axes right now. Actually, I'll be right back. You guys wait right here. It's going to be way easier to do this. I'm going to go grab 2 axes from the truck that I want to show you guys. Don't go anywhere. All right. I hope you guys stuck around. It's going to be worth it. I brought in 3 axes from the truck. All right, I'm going to show you guys my axes from the trap line this year. All right, so this one right here, you've seen this on the channel before. So it's similar to it's almost like a Maine version of a Hudson Bay, but it's a little bit better because it's got the taller eye and it's full size high. This axe right here is ultra rare. So, I never did measure the handle on this. I'm going to measure the handle on it for you. So overall, 22 inches. I would call this the most perfect trapper's axe ever. Right here. The head, there's only 4 of these known in existence right here. So the head is a Chinook Wangan, is what it's called. And it was designed and popularized by Perry Green. He is from Bangor, Maine, but he is a world-class, world champion axe guy, Perry Green. And he designed this, and this was his axe, made by Emerson Stevens. And it's about, usually they stamp the weight in it. Well, let's weigh it. Why don't we give you guys, take the guessing out of all this. So with the handle, that usually is a pound on a full axe. It's probably a little bit less. But a lot of times when they weigh axes, they don't weigh it with the handle. But with the handle, this one, well, this is gonna be interesting. I'm not a big fan of this clip. I wish it just had a hook. You know what? Let's make it a hook. There we go. Yeah, so it's a little bit over 2 pounds is what it's going to end up being. Can't really get a good hook on it. So that's a 2-pounder. 22-inch handle. So the nice part is it's big enough where you can get 2 hands on it, but 99% of the time you're going to be swinging that one-handed. You know, and it's not too heavy to swing one-handed. But if you got to clear a tree out of the road, or you got to make a set, or you need to do some serious work, it's still big enough to do that. So that's my absolute favorite. There's only 4 of these known in existence. I know where all 3 of the other ones are. I actually have the other one. The other one's Donnie's, and I have it. And then one of them ended up down in Massachusetts, and the other one's down at a collector's in southern Maine. And he won't ever let it go, I bet. But all right, this is the second axe I'm going to show you guys. So this one it's pretty snowed up and iced up. Let me go take care of that for you. So that's iced and snowed up because I used it today beaver trapping. This was actually my chisel today. So don't be eyeing my cast iron apple pie, guys. No, I don't want anybody eyeing that. So this axe right here is a serious Maine wedge. All right, that's good. That's good. This is a spiller. That baby is razor blade sharp, and it's a wedge style. See the wedge it makes? See that wedge? So that's really, really good for chopping. It's really good for splitting. And it's made by one of my favorite axe makers from Maine. And that one's going to have a weight stamp on it. But a stamped spiller, Oakland, Maine. And that's a 3-pounder. And I got that on like a 28-inch stick. I made that out of ash. Donnie and I cut this ash tree down. And then we dry it for a couple of years, air dry. And then I make the handle, and I make it perfect. We actually mill it for the perfect grain. So that's something that I do for a hobby, is I make axe handles and I restore antique axe heads. So there's an old spiller for you. I use that today on the beaver flowage to cut through the ice and make the set and cut the logs down for the set and stuff like that. And then here's just I pulled this one on the way back from the truck. This is in the wood pile. This is just a 5-pound Jersey spiller from 1930, made in Oakland, Maine. And that's also on a 30-inch stick right there, and that's ash that we milled out. You can see the perfect grain right there, and that's major league grain that the major league would actually approve for their bats right there. But that is a heavy axe. So this is what I use for splitting. I can't imagine using that for felling. You know, swinging a 5-pound axe all day you'd have to be quite a man to do that, but. Little detour there, talk about axes, guys, and to let you guys know what I carry. So this is my personal carry, everyday axes right there. So 22-inch handle. That's a hickory actually on that one. I made that handle, and that's on a 2-pound Chinook Wangan head, similar to like a Hudson Bay, but not your Connecticut Hudson Bays. A little bit closer to like your Snow and Neely. And that's made by Emerson Stevens. That one was made they actually stamped the date on the bottom of theirs. I think this one was like 1952. So, all right. So there's the axes. And then, look, I got an axe shirt on underneath this. Emerson Stevens. So if you guys got any old axe heads that you want to get rid of, I'm a collector, and it's my hobby to restore them and make handles for them and put them back to use. I'm sure you could find some videos, if you look back on my channel, cutting down some really big trees with axes. It's a lot of fun for me. But Frontline K9, appreciate that comment, buddy. Mark Larson just got back from checking traps. Good to see you live. Hello to everyone in the chat as well. How was the trap check, bud? How was the trap check? I don't want to tell you about my trap check today because I don't want to spoil it for you because it's going to be in a very, very close upcoming video. Maine Unlimited, have you ever used Fisher as bait? I think I have used Fisher as bait. I've heard it's not good, but I don't really care what other people say. I like to just try stuff myself. To me, it's a red meat, you know, and you're more using it as a visual than anything. I've used Martin as bait for sure, and that worked. But as far as Fisher, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've used Fisher before, even Coyote. And then I got one more axe to show you. This is my inside woodpile axe right there. That's a ash handle I made with a big knob on it for when you're doing kindling. It's really nice. And that is your tall Hudson Bay pattern made by Snow and Neely right there. And that's going to have a 1 pound stamp underneath. So that's a 1 pounder. And this is what I do my kindling right there. So that's the axe I do my kindling. That's the apple pie warming up. It's getting there. But yeah, so if you guys have any more questions, feel free to shoot them over. Otherwise, I'll just be rambling on about something crazy from the off-grid trapping cabin. Dylan says, I missed the Sabatis Pike Derby. Always a good time and thousands of trucks out there. You're not kidding, buddy. That was crazy. Beaver's good. I like it. Jay Olson, is your trapping year almost done? Yeah, it's almost done, bud. We're winding down, and personally, I'm winding down on it and starting to think more about ice fishing and the other videos and the other content that I want to bring you guys to. Tired Redneck, what model is that lever gun on the wall? So I'm going to show you guys that one too. So that's a Henry, and that's their first side loader. So that's the SLR. I think but look at the engraving on that thing. Look at how sharp that engraving is. Isn't that beautiful? Gold plated, got the leather. And that's a 35 rem, so pretty good caliber. Pretty good caliber. So Ashton Outdoors got 3 traps out there. Good luck, buddy. Jeff Peters says hello. Maine Wood says we're neighbors. Yeah, so cool. Jeremy Willis says, when I trap mainly beaver, otter, and fox. Very nice. Frontline says, been wondering what coffee you percolate. Nothing special yet. You know, I don't have any deals with anybody or anything like that. There was, I don't know if I have any of the Maine. Corey from the Maine Woods had some coffee that he gave me that was really good, and it was made for a percolator. Shoot, Corey, you got to remind me the name of that company. I'm drawing a blank. But that was good coffee from Maine. But other than that, I'm just kind of whatever I can get. Yeah, Corey said his camp's a little farther away than my north camp. So so we call him the east camp. Alaskan Adventures, have you ever tried a diesel heater out ice fishing in your shack? I have not. And I literally just ordered one about a half hour ago. So I got a diesel heater coming, guys. I'm going to try it this winter. Tim JK, I want to see the whole axe collection. It looks unbelievable. I am a small-time axe guy. Tim, it would take a week. I don't even know how long it would take to see the whole axe collection. I have a pretty extensive axe collection. I've been at it a little while, not as long as like all the guys in Maine, like the big-time guys, but I probably have between 1,000 and 2,000 axe heads. And I mainly focus on Maine heads, Maine-made heads. So your Spiller, Marsh, Emerson, Stevens, Snow and Neely, North Wayne Tool Company, and older. And then I also collect like the big stamps, so like your Black Ravens and Kelly's and Kelly registered and all that stuff. It's pretty extensive collection. Maybe I'll shoot a video on it. I didn't think too many people would be into something like that because it's kind of like a niche thing. But and I don't really want to flex either. I don't want to like come off as a guy that's flexing. So I don't want to show too much of the axe collection. Dylan's has ever fished Bridgeton Lake. Nope, I've never fished that one. Western Mass Outdoor Boys, what should we look to see if it's a decent one? Just look for a stamp on any axe, if it's pretty much all your best axes are going to have some kind of stamp on them for a, there, Neil Pizza says, axes, yes. Oh, Frontline's got a Spiller Hudson Bay with a tall eye. Nice, yeah, I think I only have one Spiller Hudson Bay. That was kind of a rare one. Emerson and Steven did make one, like a tall Hudson Bay that they stamped Spiller too because they took over Spiller. 2.5 pounds. That's awesome. Yeah, if you want to get rid of that, you let me know. Ashton's Outdoor says, "Are you going to collab with the North Maine Woods?" More than likely, yes. Yep. I don't think we shot anything together this year, but yeah, I always enjoy Corey and his company, and anytime he wants to shoot a video together, it sounds great to me. This axe weighing looks like an OSHA violation. Dan's Midwest Angling. Jeff Garnsey caught the end of an episode. Did something happen to Brandon? Brandon fell off a 2-story roof and had to get life flighted to the hospital this summer, late summer. But he's healing up. Frontline says Bemis has one, I'm sure. Oh, you know what, Frontline? That just reminded me. I actually have a paper label Spiller Hudson Bay. Never been used paper label. So Bemis, take that. Frontline, I'd love to show you the Spiller I found Saturday. 3-pound Kentucky 53. So Emerson Stevens made. Yeah, I'd love to see that. Shoot me an email or a message on any of the socials. There's Paul, nice axes. 1 3/4 like a Spiller. Gary Brown, do you like any of the Brant Cochran axes? I do, yeah. My everyday carry on my snowmobile that's connected to my snowmobile is a Brant Cochran. It was one of their first ones that they made. Jesse Fam Murphy. I don't know how to pronounce that. Jesse Fam Murphy. FBM Maine Outdoor Journal could give an ice report in Rockwood. No ice. Needs the wind to calm down a bit. You're not kidding. Frontline's going to send a picture. Awesome. Kristen Dominich. Yes, they are. Yep, they are, to answer your question. Jamaica, Iowa. Here, trapping 50 years. Jeffrey Kemp. Thank you. That's cool. I wonder, what do you trap in Iowa? What do you go after? FBM Mean Outdoor Journal wants to know if I can do a lumberman's backhand kiss with an 11-pound axe like Perry Green. No. Like you're talking the reach out and back. I could do it with a 1-pounder, but that's about it. I wouldn't even try it with anything else. Jacob is excited for the next trapping video. You and Tom Miranda inspired me to catch a fisher this year. That's awesome. First night success in Minnesota, and then 6 days of stale traps. Looking forward to our South Season opener. Nice. Congratulations and good luck on that. Mark, it's been slow on his line. Weather's been beating me this year. I really like the axis. Gotcha, buddy. Jeremy Willis would love to see some shed hunting videos. Yeah, I'll do a little bit of shed hunting. I don't get crazy over it. I've done just enough of it and had just enough success where I could see why people lose their absolute minds over it. Like the people I know a lot of people that have lost their mind over shed hunting and just drop everything else in life to go get those sheds, and they're highly competitive and they think that any shed that falls off a moose's head is theirs and no one else's. And they get kind of nasty. Like, people lose their mind over shed hunting. I can see how. Believe me, I'm not saying that in a bad way. But yeah, if I do some shed hunting, I'll definitely let you know. I've been seeing a decent amount of moose lately, and none of them have lost their headgear. So, how did the porridge looking beaver bait work? Can't tell you yet. I'll give you a report on it in in a couple more days. What's your go-to deer rifle? I mostly my go-to deer rifle is a 30-06, just a pump action carabine. I threw a scope on it once I got older. Either that, and then probably my favorite is a 350 Rem mag in model 600 with a vent rib and the laminated stock. That's just an awesome deer rifle. Jay Olson, you posting videos this summer of what you do, or is it mainly just fall and winter? So it used to just be winter, and now I'm going year round. So I put up fishing videos, and they don't do that well. It's kind of, I don't want to say it's a waste of time, but they just don't do well. Like, people don't watch as much YouTube as they do now. Oh, my buddy Jarrett Schaefer wants to know when we're doing live, he can't see where to post. So if you guys can help Jarrett, if you're watching on a phone, these guys will help you out on where you can go to the live to get in the chat if you want to get involved in the chat. But yeah, I'll shoot a bunch. I got some striper footage I still haven't put up too from this last year, and we do some sawmilling and other pretty cool stuff. I shot a couple videos. If you go back on my channel and look back, like my first video back was the fundraiser that we did for the Maine Children's Cancer Program. I thought that was a pretty good video. And then did a couple fishing videos too. Gary's favorite gun is his Henry Youth 22, super light and great for his strap line. Absolutely. Mainly coffee. Oh, they went out of business. Bummer. Oh, what a bummer. Frontline says Carrot Bassett makes wicked roast in Kingsfield. Great coffee local. Okay, I'll check them out, and if you want, have them send me a couple bags, and I'll try them out on the channel. Christopher Stone, thank you. Wendy says, what's the hardest fish you've ever caught in your life? Well, the hardest fighting fish I've ever caught was a tarpon. I had like a 250-pound tarpon that I fought for almost 3 hours. It was like 2 hours and 45 minutes, and then the captain got tired of the fight and just broke it off on me on a pier of a bridge. But I kind of minded, but I didn't mind too much. Jeff Garnsey still was asking about Brandon. Yeah, he got hurt. He fell off a roof, but he's good now. He's all better now. Ronnie Baby from British Columbia. FBI Maine Outdoor Journal said there was a whole pile of axe heads behind the farm in woods on Chamberlain. Well, go get them for me, buddy. Come on. Help a buddy out. Down east in the WC, Jason's tuning in. Did CJ come home to me yet? Songer, yes, he did, Dan. Yeah, he's down there. Give him a shout. He's got some stuff to show you. Brandon's got the greatest laughs on YouTube. I couldn't agree more. I totally agree. Pine Bottom Woodsman. What a great name. Might be moving to Maine. What size otter cover do you run on your Brandon box? Great question. So that is the resort cover. And I think I need to order a new one because that one got ripped up during trapping season. Jeff Peters from Whitefield, Maine. There you go. Oh, you're in Rhode Island now. Nice. Congratulations. MHD Bison fan. Seen tons of axes in my shop. Are those just part of... I don't sell them. No, it's just part of my collection. I just do it as a hobby. Tom Morris, do you have ski skins on the expedition? If so, glad you got them. So I ran ski skins on my last sled and really, really loved them. It's kind of like training wheels. It just makes it less tippy, and it keeps it elevated, keeps it above the crust, keeps it above like the powder better. I'm going to run them on this one. They just didn't have any when I picked up my sled. Dan's Midwest Angling. It's possible, Dan. Kind of possible. We'll see what we can do. Reach out to me in about a month on that one. Jeff in Iowa, beaver, coon, mink, yote, fox, and bobcats. That sounds like an awesome line. Dylan, do you plan on doing a lot of ice camping this winter? I plan on it. Yep, I plan on it. Oh, John Dunkerton with a big brookie wrapped me up. I had to reach in to your teeth to pull them out. That was a fun video. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that, I have an old brook trout video on Moosehead where he wrapped us up pretty bad, and I just stuck with him and ended up catching pretty decent brook trout. Yep. Mark from northern New York, trapper. Love to get it. And how do you get land up in the northern Maine to run a trap line? You just got lucky with this place. Stevie found it, and we milled it out and built it. It's getting windy. You need to find a big moose paddle and make a cribbage board out of it for the cabin. I got an awesome cribbage board, guys. I got an awesome cribbage board. Let me show you guys this cribbage board. It's so cool. I actually put it up on the wall. All right, so those are all flies that Stevie's dad, George, tied for us. They're pretty awesome. But look at this cribbage board. Isn't that cool? I love it. Then we got a couple other cribbage boards too. Fishing videos. Fishing with CJ was awesome. Ashton Outdoors, do you have any other channels or just this one? I have like two other small channels that I just didn't really follow through on. You guys are going to laugh at this because you will not expect this if you've only known me as Trapper Joe from the Off-Grid Cabin, but I actually have a golf channel. I have a golf channel. I did not golf growing up. I did not golf in high school. I played 4 sports in high school, and golf was not one of them. But my older brother took up golf, and he took lessons, and he threw tons and tons of money and time at it, and he got really good at it. But I don't let my older brother beat me in anything. We're highly competitive. We used to play basketball in the driveway, games of 100, miss dinner, and throw each other right through the garage doors. We'd fight so hard competitively against each other. So I took up golf because my cousin was a golfer. He golfed in high school and all that. My brother became a golfer, and they were kind of competitive. And then I had to beat them. I had to just beat them all because we had like a best of family trophy. And they weren't that hard to beat. You know, my brother got down to like probably a 2 handicap, maybe scratch. And it was really fun beating those guys. And we were going to Myrtle Beach playing with like a big group. But I do have a golf channel, and I let my buddies name it that I was playing with, and they named it Joey Shanks. So if you guys, it's not monetized yet. I think it's only at like 750 subs. I haven't done anything with it for a while, but you can still go watch the footage. And I posted like a round or two under par. Mount Kineo was really, really cool course, tough course, and I shot under par there on YouTube. So you guys might like it. You might not if you like golf. I know some other YouTubers put their golf on their regular channel, but I just figured I'd keep it off this channel. It's pretty far from trapping, but yeah. So that's called Joey Shanks, and then the other one I'd started to try to keep maybe like the sawmilling and the building of the Off-Grid Cabin off of this channel. But then I ended up talking to Jay Siemens about it, and he said just run it on your regular channel if that's what people are gonna appreciate that and enjoy that. So I said, yeah, why not? And he's got a successful YouTube channel. So when I ask for advice and I get it from someone who knows more than me, I always take it. So Ashton, I hope that answers your question. Check out that golf channel, see if you like it. If the thing gets monetized, maybe I'll keep it going. I don't really play that much anymore, but Barry Deacon, how's Joe doing on Fisher with CJ? Well, all I can say is stay tuned for videos coming up. That's all I can say. Any thoughts about Grand Force Brooks axes? Yeah, they're phenomenal. Swedish axe. I got a couple. I got one in the truck. I got like the small forest axe in the truck, and it's really good. It's sharp. It holds an edge. If I wasn't using this one on the trap line, I would probably use the small forest axe. Mark, awesome trapping videos. Love the Martin and Fisher. That's what I trap here in northern New York. Very good. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Jay Bird, plenty of beaver. I think you're going to see beaver every episode this week, so stay tuned. I've not. Steve asked if I'd ever caught a kingfish. I've not. Nope. Christopher Stone, any meet and greets this year on the ice? I haven't decided yet, guys. It's really hard to put that together for so many different reasons, if you think about it. And just having parking and the location is the hardest part. Have you ever fished Coldstream Pond or any Lincoln, Maine lakes or pond? A little bit around Lincoln. Yep, I have. Dudley coming out to the cabin this year. He's funny. Yes, he will be here very soon. He might even be watching right now if you guys want to say hello to Dudley. The resort is my flip over fishing setup. It's a monster. Yep. Bill's Bait Shop from Glen Clow, Ontario. Hello. Alan Brown. Looking at some merchandise. I know you'd make a killing with it if you do sell some big men size. Yeah. Stay tuned. Stay tuned is all I can say. Keep an eye on jack traps. Yeah, we might do some stuff through jack traps this year. Jody makes a great cribbage board. Ordered one for my in-laws for Christmas. Very nice. MHD Bison fan getting merch. Yeah. You guys should call Jack Traps and say, hey, are you guys going to do any Joe Holland merch? And no, don't call Jack Traps and say that because Sean's busy enough as it is. But we're gonna do something. How's the boat you and CJ were fixing? It's awesome. It's phenomenal. Oh, Kevin Taylor saw the Golf Channel. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys are just tuning in, I used to keep an updated Golf Channel. I haven't updated it yet for a little while now, probably a year. But I had a Golf Channel called Joey Shanks. If you want to check that out, you can go back and watch the footage. It's pretty cool. It's not monetized yet because I only have, I think, 750 subscribers on it. I didn't really push it too hard, but it was fun. Steve says, what happened to your food box out back and your pet Martin? Nothing. It's got a beaver carcass in it right now, so that Martin's eyes are going to explode when the next time he comes back and sees that beaver carcass in there. I think he's going to have a good winter gnawing on that frozen thing. How come you never made a other channels list on your home screen? I don't know. Didn't really want to push it, I guess. Josh said ice fishing's almost here. Hopefully run the season up to Moosehead Lake doing a little ice camping. Oh, Josh and Ashley, Dover Foxcroft. Awesome. Dylan says, do you miss the tournament fishing days? Not really, just the people. Where did the words trap line originate? I don't know. Maybe that was like a map, a line on a map. Ashton Outdoors, who's Dudley? Oh, you'll have to watch, check out some of my old videos. You'll see Dudley in those. MHD Bison fan, if I order a jack trap, you got to sign it. We could work something out there. No hit t-shirts would sell out in no time. How about we got activity? Troy, Tree Guy says, hope you have great ice fishing, Joe. For you, for sure, you too. Oh, Scott said the ice golfing was fantastic. Yeah, that shocked me. Like the very first hole, I think I got like an eagle or something on it. Legit. Harlan McLean's here for the live. Good to see you on. AC Jackson, have you ever tried eating lynx? I have, but you get too frisky and too many cat naps. Love your show. No, I tried bobcat, but we're not allowed to kill lynx here, so I've never eaten a lynx. Hi, Joe, from Tony and Sally in Lowell, Maine. Thank you for tuning in. Harlan, come up Moosehead to meet up. There's room up here. A high flyer t-shirt would be fun. That's a good idea. Yep. What about like blowing straight sidways? Would that be a good t-shirt? Or cusk nuggets. That might even be a really good t-shirt too. Stay tuned, guys. There might be some more, but it looks like I got caught up to all the questions. So no one has any more questions. We'll probably end this thing. Oh, Dylan wants to know how the new sled's treating me. Phenomenal, phenomenal. I just passed like 750 miles on it, doing a lot of towing. It's moved a lot of people and a lot of weight so far. Ever hear of S. Stanley Hallbaker? Of course, for sure. Yep. Yep. And Tom Miranda told me some Hallbaker stories too. Mega Mad Trapper, we got activity would be a great t-shirt and a hoodie. Links is great tasting. Thank you for letting us know. Ryan says, when are you going to make merch that says we have activity? Pretty soon. Pretty soon. What do you guys... Okay, Jarrett got in here. Good to see you, Jarrett. What do you guys want to see for t-shirts? I got 2 or 3 started in the mix. We're just kind of working out the details on them right now. But I don't want to spoil it. I want to do like a big reveal and a surprise which ones we're going to run first. But we do have 2 or 3 already coming out. But what are you guys thinking? Like a We Got Activity one with like a trap line one? That might actually be pretty cool. You got to have a shirt that says, well, Michigan and Bobcats really good. Have you accidentally caught a lynx before? Yes, I've caught 11 lynx overall, and released all of them unharmed. They were caught in foothold traps for coyotes. Top 3 favorite species to catch with ice. All right, you guys hold that. I'm going to use the restroom. You guys hold on 1 minute, and I'll be right back. All right, we're back. All right, we're back, guys. So today I set up a beaver flowage. I'm not sure if it's going to make the final cut to get in here or not on the episodes. We'll see. We'll see. But I went over there and I forgot to bring stuff to make a ladder, and it was way deeper than I was expecting. I only had 2 traps with me. So I actually put them both on the same pole and did 2, one on top of the other. So we're going to see how it works out. We're going to see if we have a no-hit and we have an activity or not. But I'm going to answer some more questions here. Dylan, top 3 species to catch through the ice. Beaver, muskrat, and otter. Glacier Lake has a lot you can drive and unload sleds, or do you have to sled in from a camp? I think you can park at the North Main Woods checkpoint, like real handy. Yes, there is a parking lot. Yes. There's a parking lot. Now, this is going back like 5 years, but there was a parking lot near the North Main Woods checkpoint up there, like north of the Allagash, that you could sled in from. Jacob, got any tips for bobcat set? Thinking trying to get one this winter. I've never caught a bobcat. We don't have them here. I've caught lynx, but the step up set works really well on cats. If you could have a visual attractor, something like 4 or 5 foot high, and then you build like a mound and put the foothold on top of it. Now, they don't have to be hidden as well as you do with coyote, but that set's a really good cat set. Or a cubby set works really well on them. Yeah, Ashton, I wouldn't be able to limit people, you know what I mean? That'd be tough. People would not like being limited. Dan's Midwest Angling got on the ice for an hour on Friday. Was enough for my 3-year-old to send my scooper to the depths. It happens. Josh says, you fish southern Maine other than Sebago? Yeah, I fish a lot in southern Maine, especially if there's decent ice. Chris Steele, if you do some merch, it would be cool to see some flannels and hats. Mike Burris, any birds still out? Not many. I saw 2 yesterday and I let them go. There's so few birds right now, guys, that made it through the winter that I'm letting them go now. I know they're tasty, but if they've made it this long, let's leave them for seed for next year. Harlan says, you get your truck back? I did. I got my truck back. I got brand new tires on it. I got 4-wheel drive on it. I got so much confidence I could probably go get myself in some serious trouble right now. David, what does bobcat taste like? So David, the bobcat I ate was freezer burn because it was over a year old. It was like might have been 2 years old. So I didn't get a great taste of it. But my friends that eat it said it tastes a lot like partridge. Ashton Outdoor, you as the Hulk holding Fisher. That was pretty funny what Joe made. Paul says a no hit. Also, got him would be good. T-shirt with you and Donnie saying, well, drive it India T-shirt. How's the beaver trapping been? I see you moved your line, right? Beaver trapping's been great. Yeah, there's not a lot of beaver up here. They're not like big flowages like they are back home. These are like one set of adults and one set of juveniles when you find them usually. Recycling Smiles, driving into me. Recycling Smiles is a good T-shirt saying. Have you ever heard of EJ Daly and VE? No. I've heard of EJ Daly, and I've heard of VE Wildcat Lynch. Straight Sidways would be a good one. Donnie's Donuts, there might be one of those coming out. We got activity. Joe's finding the nearest tree. I did find the nearest tree. Got him. Yes, T-shirts. How about a decal for your channel? Another good merch slogan of yours would be got him or straight Sidways. Yeah, I guess I say that stuff a decent amount. Ice fishing T-shirt that says got him. Hi, Joe. Did the ground up beaver produce any fur? Yeah, so far it's produced one of each species, but I'm going to be running a check here this week. Harlan said, how's CJ making out? He's great. Tim Bailey says, a picture of the Yukon stressing 400,000 miles on the hoodie. That'd be funny. Ashton, did you catch any lynx this year? None this year. There's very, very few lynx. The rabbit population's down a little bit, and that means the lynx population's going to be down a lot. AC Jackson says, that was quick. Must have found a cedar in the other room. A T-shirt that says no hit. Couldn't keep them in stock. A little off topic. When does the ice cream shop open for the season? That will open usually the last week in April, first week in May. Harlan didn't see a partridge worth shooting this year. David, a hoodie with Lewiston lobster on it. Yes. So I don't know if we're going to do hoodies right off, guys, but we're doing T-shirts. And there's a pretty good chance there's going to be a Lewiston lobster one. How much do pelts normally run? It all depends. They're talking like huge money for marten this year. Marten's supposed to be really high, the highest they've been in a couple decades. And that's for a raw pelt to auction that the fur buyers, that's not including like when I ship them to get tanned and then get them back and then ship them back to a person either. So John Dunker says a picture trap with some cash and Dudley in the background. Burke's Outdoors tuning in. Steve B says Joe O will be looking for a commission. He gets nothing and he likes it. Well, I don't know if he likes it or not, but he's not getting anything from me. No, I'm just kidding. I like Joe. Bump in the Night says first time in the chat. Welcome from Coos Bay, Oregon. Very cool. Very cool. I was out in Coos Bay, Oregon. I actually found the state record tree off the record in Oregon. It was a western red cedar that measured, I got to check my notes, but I think it was 58 foot around DOB. And it scored the highest. It was crazy. It was tough to find, but it wasn't too far from, what's it called? Haystack Rock or Haystack Rock, I think it's called. It was a little bit south on the coast of that. Ashton, if I get any fur, what tannery should I send my pelts to? So there's basically just the two that I know of. One of them is Sleepy Creek. That's the one I used last year. They did a great job. And then Mink and Moyle's another one. Outdoor Hunter, has the marten and Fisher slowed down with all the snow? I don't know if they have. I slowed down pretty hard on them. And my trapping team, we slowed down on them pretty hard. Mostly just because we're coming to the end of the season. We were pretty rough on the marten to start the year. And it's really hard to differentiate between a marten and a Fisher. Jesse Bird, I mean, is it worth the time? Can I trap and leave my day job? Yeah, man, or woman. I'm not sure if Jesse, sorry. Yeah, you could definitely, I would say quit your job, take up a full-time trap line, and the bottom line just comes down to how much you spend. It's not how much you make, it's how much you spend. So if you could live on 4-day-old coffee grinds and you don't have to buy coffee all the time, you could definitely make money trapping. They're saying skunk hides are supposed to be high in price this season. Ryan, yeah, so skunk, if it has a white tail, is super high right now. It's probably the highest I've ever seen skunk. But it's got to have that white tail because it's somewhere in the Jewish religion, they use it for ceremonies for a hat. It has to have white, like long white hair. Ashton says, are those here in Maine? What are we talking about, Ashton? I can't remember. Guy, thank you, Jesse. Thank you. Yep. As long as you don't want to eat much, Harlan said. Yeah, it's not how much you make, guys. It's how much you spend, right? So, looks like we're getting caught up on the chat. Anybody got any questions? Fire them away. Oh, no, Ashton. Those Sleepy Creeks in Iowa and Minkin Moyle is somewhere also in the Midwest. But you'd have to ship them away to them. And you can find both of them on the internet. But we got a video popping tonight, guys, at 6 p.m. Let me tell you. Let me give you a little a preview of tonight's video. So tonight the video is called Beaver and Martin Trapping in the Northland from the Off-Grid Cabin. And I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek at it. What do you think of that? This is behind the scenes of YouTube right here. This is a page where you guys don't get to see it. This is where I edit the page. So there it is right there. We're going to give you guys a sneak peek to tonight's video that doesn't air till 6. So this is blah, blah, blah. You've already seen that. But this is the video tonight, guys.
We'll throw a couple more 330s in there because we drive.
Look at that beaver trap.
We got fuel up the sled. We did a little over 100 miles yesterday. I'm going to probably fuel up my auxiliary tank and put that on the sled today with the links because we might do more today. So we're going to set up an area that I trapped a little bit last year.
This is tonight's video, guys. So I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek. There's CJ going in to try to find a beaver. Look at this.
Nothing.
Oh, sneak peek. Spoiler alert. Don't look.
Nice, buddy. Yeah.
Don't look. Spoiler alert.
Way about tonight.
Oh, that's the best. You guys are not going to believe that part right there. All right, I'm going to pause it right there because I do not want to spoil that for you. But that's tonight's video. It airs at 6. And there's a part in there I'm not super proud about, but you guys are going to tear me up in the comments over that. But yeah, there's your sneak peek. That's pretty cool, right? Who else is giving you guys sneak peeks like that on YouTube? Red says, did you ever think about brain tanning your own hides? I have not. Nope. Well, I did think about it once. I boiled a bunch of coyote heads for like a couple days and was going to try tanning it. And I was like, nah. Harlan says they all have enough brain to tan its own hide. A Joe and Joe video fishing for smelts on the Kennebec would be worth the entertainment and stories. I agree. Bumping. Enjoyed all the... Okay, we're getting caught up here, guys. Have you ever seen a skunk that was white with a black stripe? I have not. Ashton, love to see some water sets on the channel. Donnie's Chop Suey. Pine State Purist wants to know what I use for editing software. I'm going to show you guys the editing, the behind-the-scenes editing right now, too. So this is the next episode I'm working on right here. And I use DaVinci Resolve. It's free. I use the free version. It can be as complex as you want it to be, but I'm going to show you guys some editing right there. So we're going to ripple delete. I'm going to ripple delete that, pull that together. This is the intro. I've already made it. So this is that intro with Donnie. See it right there? And then I'm going to cut that a little bit short on this one. Maybe I'll leave the whole thing all the way to the waterfall. And then I have the music still playing there to do. And then this is going real fast through there. But this is how I edit right here, guys. And this takes a while. But there's CJ getting the beaver trap ready to set. Oh, this is such a great episode. Wait till you guys see this one. I haven't even seen it yet. I haven't edited it yet, but there we go. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of beaver killed in that. So that's the editing software I use. It's called DaVinci Resolve. It's free. It's super complex or it's pretty simple. It depends how much time you guys are going to put into it. Burks, thank you. Appreciate you. Harlan's is sweet. Ashton's, I want to see my neighbor today in his private pond. He let me fish. He's going to take me beaver trapping once we get a little more ice. Very nice. Harlan, having a great time. Donnie updates. I'm glad you guys enjoy those. I got a couple more from Donnie today. AC, Toothy Critter. Which model GoPros do you use? I use the Hero Blacks, and then I just have, like, anytime I upgrade, I just keep the old one so I can have extras. I think I have them from, like, 9 to 12 is all the same battery. And then I got the new 13, which is different battery. Mark, can't wait for tonight's video. It's going to be a pretty good one. Be a pretty good one. Ashton, what program runs the laptop? So the laptop's just a PC. It's a gamer laptop, the best one I could find for gaming and video editing. I don't do any games or anything, but you get a gamer computer and it'll handle, it usually comes with a better V card, C card. So how many Martin Fisher can you tack into your season? 25 per trapper, per partner. Like what type of Windows does it run on? Oh, I'm on like I think I'm on the latest version of Windows. Let me check. But they have different versions of that, of the DaVinci Resolve. Burks is still learning that app. Jesse wants the donut recipe again, please, for sure. So just search on my channel. You could type in Donnie's Donuts, or if you're just on YouTube, just type in Donnie's Donuts, Joe Holland, and it'll bring you up to the video where he made donuts in his kitchen. And we put the recipe in the description, so it's all written out for you. Or you could take a screenshot when he pulls the one out of his wallet. A lot of people have done that, just taking a screenshot of the recipe that he keeps in his wallet. Neil, like the sneak peek. Harlan, editing is the hardest part and takes the longest. Yep. Mitch is in Unity. Thanks for tuning in. And the Mike, when's the season close? So December 31st, regular season closes. Beaver goes till like middle of April, I think. Oh, your mom's laptop wouldn't let you get DaVinci. That's a bummer. How'd the ice shack vent work for the stove? Might have to make me one work perfectly. No problems. CJ Harmon tuning in. Hey, I want to do a little more beaver trapping. You got it, buddy. Let's go. Find us some beaver. Harlan says, do it, CJ. So a lot of guys, we got a lot of great comments for CJ being back on the channel. And CJ wasn't sure if my viewers from my channel enjoy him being on there. And I think after last night, it was a pretty resounding yes. So there was a lot of great comments for CJ. If you guys got anything nice to say to CJ, throw it in the comments right now. I think these next 5 or 6 episodes, you're really going to like his beaver trap, and we had a lot of fun. Mitch says, we say hi to Pop all the time when we were out in the pond fishing. Nice. Yeah, he's the best of the best. They do not get any better. Ashton likes CJ. Oh, nice. CJ's got some flowages lined up for us, guys. If you guys want to see more beaver trapping, let's hear it. And Mike, what did Donnie do for a profession before retiring? Donnie was a carpenter. He was a local carpenter. He built probably between 100 and 150 houses around town. B. Pice, how does a trapping partner deal work? It's like anything, any business partner that you'd have. Ryan, the diesel heater for the ice hub works great here in the UP. Yeah, I'm going to try one this year. James Clemens just joined today. Welcome to the channel, buddy. Appreciate you. You and CJ are top-notch, man. Craig, thank you. Appreciate that. And Mike, figured so. All right, guys. I'm caught up on all the questions. If we don't have any more questions, I'll probably tune out and get to some editing or something, but I'm more than willing to stick around and answer some more questions for you guys. And let you know. You guys let me know what you want to see on the channel for this winter. I can tell you right now, there's going to be a lot of ice camping. Might do a muskie trip. Might do a Moosehead trip. And then we're going to add some pretty cool stuff to it. I set up something really cool for me today with a buddy of mine that built, he just built this coolest machine, and I'm going to shoot a video with him. I also talked to Greg Canders, the diver. We're going to shoot some videos together. We might shoot a video on how that snowmobile's doing now. CJ didn't get it, so. And the Mike, CJ's a nice addition. I think all the guys you hang out with are good dudes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mariette says, I'll send Mr. Marquis straight away. Thank you. MHD says, go drive some grub, India. I don't know what I'm going to eat tonight, guys. It's hard when you're up here alone. Merry Christmas. I'm going to show you what I'm going to eat after dinner if I eat dinner. Look at that. I don't know where the rest of it went. Must have been CJ. CJ must have eaten the rest of that, but CJ doesn't even know this exists. Look at that cast iron apple cinnamon pie right there. Yeah, that's the real deal. Michael says, what's your favorite lake to ice fish? I've always liked East Grand and Moosehead. And Chamberlain, like the Chamberlain Lake chain. John Marmon Trout says, love to see you stomping through the woods up there. Appreciate that. Did you know Gordon Berry? No, I don't think I knew Gordon Berry. I knew some berries from Farmingdale. E.C. Berry. Harlan's right. Love the videos that make me ponder on what else to get into in life. Whatever you desire, man. That's the important thing. All right, Mark, have a great night. Ashton said that sled recovery video got a lot of views. Yeah, I think it's like 180,000 views already. Vermont's building some ice. Ashby Dawson. Yes, I still restore axes. I love collecting axes. Yeah, Andy, Mike, Dinty Moore is always solid. Yeah, I'll probably be eating some Dimmy Moore tonight. CJ Harmon, you just saw the apple pie. The apple pie recipe is apples, cinnamon, and sugar, and that's it. And then a pie crust, top and bottom. Yeah, that's true. Merry Christmas to everyone on the channel. Merry Christmas to you guys, too. I hope everybody has the best Christmas they've ever had in their life this year. B. Price enjoyed the East Grand videos. Thank you. Jesse's never been ice fishing but would like to try. It's a ton of fun. Ashton said, do you know a Scott Rudge? Ashton, I'm not the best with names, so I can't recall. And the Mike's waiting on his hand to heal from surgery, but can't wait to get on the ice. Cast iron makes everything better. You're not kidding. A cast iron apple pie, guys, is like, makes an apple pie twice as good. Burks went out trout fishing today. The ice is still sketchy. Yeah, be careful early season, guys. Pine State Purist, major question right there. Do you ever see yourself getting out of the ice cream shop and doing videos year-round? That's a great question, man. I think I could do it. I think I enjoy doing it, but I really enjoy the ice cream shop. I really enjoy what it means to my family, what it means to my community, and what it means to my employees. And I have the perfect person lined up if anything ever happens to me where I feel like she'd probably do a better job than I'm doing. But as of right now, I'm going to stick with this right now. Nope, Ashton, I've never heard of him, I guess. Spencer Stevens, what's your favorite animal to trap? Probably fisher. I love catching fisher. I get pretty excited when I catch a fisher. Dylan Richardson likes ice drinking. Youper, spending a couple of nights fishing walleye with my brother next weekend. Pump, can't wait. Awesome. Happy holidays. Good luck. Ashton says, I wish I didn't live so far away or I'd give you some business. Appreciate it. But yeah, that's I might do some editing, guys. I don't know if you guys want to see some editing or how I edit, but I'm going to show you guys like a little bit of the editing process. So I've dragged in all the clips from this particular day. I'm going to show you. So these are all clips right here. And then I also dragged in my ready-made intro and outro. So like you're going to see right here, this is my ready-made outro right here that you guys have seen. So like, boom. And you can see like that's its clip all in itself. So I'm going to bring that clip back to the other clip so it's connected. And I still have to edit that. So, oh, this was the beaver catch and cook. Look at this, guys. So this video is going to be out in like probably just after Christmas. But this was a beaver catch and cook where we cut up this beaver and we eat it. Yeah, that'll be a fun video to edit. And we made several catches that day. So this is my typical intro right here that I have. And, you know, this is the volume part. This is the video part, the blue. The green's the volume part. So I could see like where the talking stops and then the music. And then the music gets turned down here. So I know like right around here is going to be the end of this. See how it goes to the black? So right about there, I'm going to put a cut in here. I'm going to cut it. And then the second part of that clip, I'm going to unlink those so they're not together. I'm going to delete the top part because it's just black. I'm going to drag this green part, which is just the rest of the music, down. And then I'm going to bring a clip back. So this is going to be the intro for the day. I can see I don't start talking till right about here. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to ripple delete it, pull it back in. And then you're going to be like, good morning. Another day on the trap line.
Weird day for us today.
All this good stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then I got to get more into it after this, like cutting, bringing it together. And then there's CJ talking. Then that brings us right onto this beaver flowage. All right, so that's how I edit. I'll get a little bit more into that later on. I'm going to answer some more questions. Oh, Beep Ice wants to see the editing process. Maybe I'll shoot a video on just editing. I don't know if that would be too boring for my viewers or not. I don't know. Do you guys want to see like a full edit? Like how I edit? That might be decent. Maybe I'll do that. I should probably just do it live one day. Spencer Stevens, the Jefferson Scoop in Jefferson, Maine. Next to the ice cream shop is in Jefferson. It's called the Jefferson Scoop. It's next to the Damerscott Lake State Park Beach. Would you and Donnie do a podcast with some of the Maine guys like the True North Lifestyle or Big Woods Bucks? Possibly. Do you plan on filming next trapping season, also season 3? Yeah, if I trap next year, I'll definitely film it. How'd that beaver stew come out? Pretty awesome. Well, you guys should ask CJ how he liked it, because CJ is a little bit of a picky eater, and especially with new stuff, and I think he loved it. Burks, are the back straps off beaver really good, like the old timers say? Yeah, they're everything that they've said. MHD Bison fan wants to come out to the ice cream shop. That'd be awesome. You should do a podcast with Maine outdoor enthusiasts. Yeah, I think they have a great podcast. I don't know. Do they bring on a lot of guests? I don't know if they do or not. Michael Stack says, stay single and feral. Greetings from North Texas. Awesome. I spent a little bit of time in North Texas. I really enjoyed it. I ended up visiting over in Northeast Texas, a town called Jefferson. It was a really cool town. And like Sulphur Springs and Fayetteville. I fished Fayetteville Lake, which I don't know if that's still considered North Texas. It wasn't too far from LaGrange. And Mike, a lot of hard work that we appreciate. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Is your track on your snowmobile studded or simply the stock track? So it's stock, but it has studs in it, like a tire stud, not like the sharp, long ones that you would add on. Mitch, do you film with a chesty at all? No, I've never really done the chesty thing. Harlan, how do you learn how to edit? So I just like most things in life, I just jump into it and just learn on the go. Like when I first started, it was really frustrating. It was very difficult. And you just kind of learn as you go. It's just like trapping, just like anything in life. But yeah, I gotta throw a little bit of wood in the fire, guys. I just realized it's getting chilly in here. It's 5 degrees outside. I think I let the fire get pretty low. Yep, we just got a couple coals left in there, so we're not quite ready for the overnighters, but we'll throw a couple big old chunks of maple in there. See if that catches. Maple's the best burning wood that we have up here where I am in the North Main woods. There's no ash or black cherry or anything like that. There's a little bit of beech. Beech would burn really good too, but maple seems to be the best. But we'll throw 3 or 4 pieces in there. This white birch does not burn that well. It doesn't throw off a ton of heat. You'd think it'd be better, but I was really surprised how poor it did. It just doesn't throw off much for heat. And sometimes it doesn't even burn all the way down if you're only using... Now, the bark is amazing. There's nothing better in this world than birch bark. See, that's the bark catching. All right. That ought to warm up the old apple pie. And let's go do something for dinner tonight. Oh, what do you think, guys? Baked beans, soup, Demi Moore beef stew, chili. We done ate all our beaver stew, so I ain't got no stew to eat. I think it's a good night for Demi Moore. Old Demi. Right there. Eat it right out of the can so the dishes are done when you're done eating. Crack the top. One-handed. All right, so she won't blow up, and we'll let that heat up. We'll put it over here. It's one of the hottest spots right there. Darn fan stopped working. That one did. That one's still working. But if anybody knows how to repair these things, you let me know. I don't think you can. They're heat activated. Probably something melted in there. But yeah, I'll get back to a couple more comments. We'll go a little bit longer. I got a video airing tonight at 6. Gonna be a pretty good video for you. Gonna be a good video. All right, I'm gonna try to get caught up. Dylan, what does the editing app called? Does it cost money? No, I use the free version. It's called DaVinci Resolve, and it's free. You just have to download it. They do have a pay-per version that gives you more options, but you don't really need it. Neil, why doesn't the beaver bait freeze up? It's been treated, so one of the trapping partners made that or dropped it off for us. It might have like propylene glycol in it or some kind of antifreeze that keeps it from freezing, because beavers freeze. Ashton likes, I love beaver backstrap. CJ says it's the best wild game meat you will ever eat. He really enjoyed it. Doug wants to see the editing and how much you put into your channel. Merry Christmas. Yeah, the editing might be cool. That might be a good idea to shoot an episode on how I edit. I'm trying to think if I should do it like with a screen grab or just put a video camera up in the background. They brought on our buddy Joe twice. Oh, okay, cool. All right, good to know. So that Maine Outdoor Enthusiasts. I haven't met those guys yet. They got a great channel. CJ, the old boy can cook, can he? Learn by doing, yep. Dylan says, anything you would change on your new sled? I didn't pick the colors. You know, it's all black on black. They're coming out with some really cool colors, and I could get a wrap on this if I care about colors. All I really care about is if it works, you know, and I don't need the giant 10-inch screen, you know, so I guess I could go without that, but no, I might put a divider in the box. They give you a pattern if you want to put a divider in there. Ottertail County, what program do you use for editing? I use DaVinci Resolve, the free version. NH says Maine Outdoor Enthusiast is a great channel. They have a guest occasionally, podcast and video. Great guys, father and son. Yeah, absolutely. Great channel. Spencer Stevens, did you build your camp? Sure did. Yeah, and I got a whole series on how we built it. We pretty much closed it in from foundation to roof in 7 days. It was pretty cool. I think Donnie and I spent the first 2 days alone. Stevie was there for the third and fourth day, and then Brandon and Doobie came in with Stevie and Donnie and I for the fifth, sixth, and seventh day, or maybe sixth and seventh day. But yeah, yep, we built it. And there's a whole cabin build series on it. I'm thinking about putting a cabin movie together where I do like a 2-hour movie on the entire build process all at once rather than breaking it up every night. I just have to have time to do some editing because that's going to be that'll be like a 20-hour edit probably. But I think it'd be worth it for you guys to see like the whole off-grid cabin building process and project. If you guys would watch a 2-hour movie of how Donnie and I and Stevie built this cabin, let me know in the comments. And I'll seriously consider it when I get some downtime doing the editing for that. Andy Mike, I'm a big fan of Dirty Moor when I'm out in our hunting cabin. I never called it that. I always call it Demi Moor. Oh, Dinty Moor. MHD Bison, Naked Beans. Good thing we don't have a smell-o-vision. Baked beans, autocorrect. Yeah, we're getting some good autocorrects out there now. M. McKay, cabin question. What is the width of the trim around your windows and doors? Great question. I'm going to actually give you the measurement. Where did I put that tape measure? Oh, there it is. So Donnie just trimmed this all out this year, and he did just a fantastic job. Look at this. Look at this windowsill. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. Fill it right up. Look at all them koozies right there. But the width of it, he did 3-inch. So that's 3-inch that way. And then obviously he boxed this in and did like a little reveal there. He likes to do, I'm pretty sure that's like a 1/4-inch reveal. Yeah. He does a reveal on the inside and then overlaps that. So hopefully that helps you on the trim part of it. Are those bucks on the way behind shot out of the cabin, and are they yours? They're mine. They're not shot out of the cabin, though. None of these were shot out of the cabin. I actually haven't deer hunted from the cabin yet. Yeah, find a YouTube. Red says find a YouTube video. Yeah, I'm sure you can, too. Needs a new pelter switch. Okay. MHD Bison fan, more beaver trapping, please. You got it. Tune in every night this week for beaver trapping. You guys are enjoying the Donnie updates. That's good to know. Barbecue beaver is eyeball slapping good. It's so good your bottom lip will be slapping your upper eyelids. That's true. Yep, you'd watch it. Okay, everybody watched it. Okay, cool. So people would watch a couple-hour movie on the cabin if it was all the build put together. Jesse, thoughts on the new Jiffy ice fishing tent since the same company owns Eskimo? Do you think Eskimo will have the waterproof top and attachments? I'm not sure. Yeah, I just briefly talked to Eskimo last week. I'll try to find out more about it for you guys and see if they want me to run any of that stuff this year or not. Donnie is having a great time. Jiffy Ice Shelter. Okay, cool. Thank you, John Porter. Appreciate that. Harlan would watch it. Very cool. Okay, cool. All right, good to know, guys. If I get downtime, I'll do some editing on that. I'm not the type of guy that can like start an edit and walk away from it and come back to it and come back a day later and work on it next week and work on it next week. When I start an edit, it's usually worked on it till it's done, even if it goes till 2 or 3 in the morning. I was getting up every day this season, this fall at 3 to 3:30 a.m. to edit for you guys for YouTube, and working on that till sunlight and then finishing at night. So Yeah. But yeah, that's yeah, Ashton doesn't like drafts either. I don't either. Tracy Mason wants to know how the beaver bait worked out. Worth a stink. I don't know if it's worth a stink or not. So far on it, I know we've gotten one of each. We got a weasel, a martin, and a fisher on it. But I'll be able to give you guys more info on the second check. The first check, none of the fur was moving on the first check. But I think the fur's moved now. Dylan wants to see a pike. Yep, you'll see that for sure. Ashton, has Marty still been showing up? Very little, not as much. Something's going on with all the fur right now, whether they're changing to like a seasonal pattern or different diet, or maybe the rabbits are easier to catch, but there's very little mustelid tracks right now in the snow, and they're not moving that much. So, but I have been checking the trail camera, and he was here last week. Ottertail County, how long does it take for your videos to upload to YouTube using the Starling? So when I finish editing a video on this software, and this has nothing to do with the internet, I can actually edit offline. That takes anywhere from a half hour to an hour to render it and download it to my computer, and then from the computer to upload it to YouTube. Man, I wish I could see like how long it took. I could tell you how long the renders took. Let me see if it shows. But what I basically do is I'll just leave the generator running all night or all day while I'm gone, and I'll let it be uploading a video. So it takes anywhere from 2 to 6 hours to upload a video to YouTube. Now, most of my content is anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour long. So they are big files, they are big videos. But like an average 30-minute video probably takes anywhere from 3 to 4 hours to upload. Yep. Ryan, what's your opinion on Martin Fisher trapping? Would be the same there as here in the UP? I think so. I think it'd be the same. Yep. Neil, oh man, I appreciate that. Appreciate some late nights. Ashton, you should come to Millinocket ice fishing with us, and sometime this winter, lots of salmon and pickerel caught every time. Open invite right there. Appreciate that. Thank you. TR Actual tuning in. But yeah, video popping tonight in 12 minutes, guys. We'll end this live before then. Justin, hey Joe, what would be your next choice for a fish finder on a cheaper version? Yeah, so if you're not ready to take the plunge into live scope, the Garmin's got like they have different lines, like budget lines on fish finders, and Garmin, Humminbird, and Lowrance, they're all excellent. I wouldn't shy away from any of them, but I'm more of a Garmin guy than anything. I've really enjoyed Garmin and the advancements they've made. Can we get to 100 likes for Joe real quick? That'd be pretty cool. Thanks, Ashton. Pick good, but damn, they're bony. Yep, I agree. But yeah, Justin, I think Garmin Striker, like the Striker 4, I think is the latest version maybe, is a pretty good, like under $200. I might even be under $100 fish finder. Going to be cold tonight. Got big 10 degrees over here. We're looking at 4 degrees right here, and I think it's going to drop to 5 or 6 below zero tonight. So be making some ice tonight. It's always good to be making ice, and we're back into winter again. We had that one quick warm up where it rained, and then the rest is going to be back into winter. But Merry Christmas. Yeah, the Striker 4 was $149 for John Porter. So that's a really good price for what I think is an excellent unit for ice fishing for verticals. Well, yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in for the live. Thank you guys for the super chats. Thanks for the thumbs up. If you're not busy tonight, throw that video on tonight. You're going to see CJ on the trap line with me. Let me see what we're doing tonight. Tonight we are going to be beaver and martin trapping. Oh, there's one hilarious thing that happens tonight in the video. Yeah, I don't even want to tell you about it. But CJ's got like a gut made out of steel, and he said it was disgusting what I did in this video. So see if you guys can figure out the part in the video that was really disgusting, and make sure you comment on it during the video and see what you think of that. Yeah. Ashton, the video going up at 6. How many days ago was it? 1, 2, 3. It was about 4, maybe 5 days ago. I think I got like a 5-day lag in my videos from when I shoot them to when they go up, just with the editing process and trying to get stuff uploaded and trying to get stuff edited and out the door to you guys. Ashley, or A. Harvey says, hi, Daryl Harvey. Thanks for watching the videos. So anybody else needs a shout out or wants a shout out, now's your chance, because we're going to be ending this live pretty soon. Give you guys just enough time to make a bag of microwave popcorn, or make a bag of, or make some popcorn in some bear grease, and get ready for tonight's video that airs at 6. Harlan says, you didn't eat that stinking bait, did you? No, not quite that bad. That would be, CJ and I both talked about how much money it would take to take a bite out of that. It was awful. Awful. Did not bite it, but you could taste it after you used it. It was so bad. Steve B, see you in the next video. Thank you. Herb, Donnie's doing wonderful. Stay tuned for updates from Donnie from British Columbia, Vancouver Island. Adam Foyt, could you do a video on how to use one of the cheaper fish finders for ice fishing? Absolutely. There's Uncle Pat tuning in. Late, but still here for the party. We're going to run this live just for a couple more minutes, guys. If anybody's got a question or wants a shout out, let me know. Draw station for me is rotted beaver. It's bad. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. Ryan, how many days straight do you stay up in the cabin? As many as I can. Probably 3 to 4 months. Audrey, thanks for tuning in for the ice fishing content. ND Mike says you could do a live scope for dummies video. Yeah, that would be a good idea, like a how to use live scope. Ashton's first trapping video going up tomorrow night. Very good, buddy. I'll tune in and check that out for you. Journeys with Jensen. That's pretty cool. I'll check that out. So yeah, so this week's lineup, guys, for videos. So tonight's going to be beaver and martin trapping in the Northland with CJ. It's a half hour. And then the next video, I just realized, is really short. It's only 13 minutes. It's crazy short for us. Must not have shot much that day, but that's a beaver and martin trapping video as well. The next one, oh man, wait till you guys see this. This is Christmas Eve. So this is going to be on the 24th, which is Wednesday. I post a video that's got some crazy trail cam footage. Crazy. Yep. Yep. And then the next video is going to be beaver and martin trapping again with CJ. The next one's going to be beaver trapping with CJ. We're going to have a catch and cook in there. So yeah, if you guys want to see some beaver trapping, a little bit of martin trapping, a little bit of snowmobiling, a catch and cook on a beaver, tune in for this week for some pretty good episodes. Got another Donnie update already edited and uploaded for you guys. And yeah, that's the lineup for this week. Tonight's video is going to be crazy, I'll tell you that. Justin, I fish out of a 10-inch hole for the most part. Michael, more ice fishing coming up. A. Harvey, loved the 100 hours below zero series. Yeah, that was a great series. That was 45 below zero minimum. Maybe even colder. But I plan on doing that series again this year. Ryan is a subscriber. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Harlan, thank you for going to watch the new video. Pat wants to see an open water on Damascuttle Lake. You got it. Nathan's going to book another trip with CJ again and would love for you to join in. Never know, bud. There's always a possibility. Gavin wants to know how ice fishing's been lately. I haven't ice fished yet. I'm still off-grid trapping right now. and I'll be ice fishing very soon. Trapping season's wrapping up at the end of next week. So, but yeah, so I got a new video coming out in 5 minutes, guys. I promise you there'll be a couple crazy things that happen in that video. One of them will be how you can tell if a moose is a male or a female after it lost its horns. A lot of people don't, or let's call them antlers. They're not horns. Horns never fall off. Antlers fall off every year. Just in case you guys were wondering. We just say horns sometimes to be foolish. And then some people just call them horns all the time. But I'm going to teach you guys how to tell. There's 2 ways, and I show you how in the video. How you could tell if a moose is a male or a female after it's dropped its antlers. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you comment on tonight's video too. Ryan, you ever think about making your own trapping DVD? Not really. I just kind of look at YouTube as like the new DVD. 29 sweep, look under its skirt. That's might be the 3rd way, but I show you guys 2 ways that not many people know tonight. Ashton said that's a good idea. Outdoor Hunter, keep up the great videos, Joe. Thanks, Marvin. Oh, Marvin, how are you, buddy? I got something for you too. Next week, season's done. Season's done here in February for trapping. But yeah, so all's good today, guys. Really appreciate all the support for the channel. Tonight's video with CJ's got a couple really cool things in it. Make sure you guys comment on that. If there's anything that you want to comment about, thumbs up, subscribe. You guys know all the deal, and you guys are the best viewers in the business for YouTube. If you guys don't like the content that I'm putting up, hit the unsubscribe button. It's so easy. It'll help the channel if you're not subscribed and you don't like it and you don't watch. It's that easy. And if you're super negative, just hit the unsubscribe button. There's very few YouTubers that would ever tell you to unsubscribe from your channel, but that's just how I roll. And I don't care if I have 1,000 subs or 47,000 subs or 100,000 subs. I want them to be the right subs, and I really appreciate all you people, specifically you guys, and appreciate all the support for the channel. Appreciate you getting involved. So we're going to call it a night. Paul, yep, that's one way, but I'm going to teach you how to check. Ashton Outdoors going to hype tonight. Appreciate that. Pamela Malls tuning in. But yeah, so we're going to tune out for tonight, guys. Really appreciate all the support. Don't miss tonight's episode. There's a couple really crazy things that happen in it. Ryan says, way to tell a male or female moose with our horns, just look at the rear end, and one has something hanging and the other doesn't. Yeah, I'm teaching you 2 different ways if you can't see that, because sometimes you see them from far away, like CJ and I did in this video. So these are secret, but I'm going to share with you guys. So make sure you tune in tonight. Appreciate all the support for the live.